Okay, can you state your name and your age?
My name is Sarah Guzman, and I am 22 years old.
What is your favorite video game of all time?
I really enjoyed Kingdom Hearts when it first came out. I didn't play the second one, but the first one was awesome.
Why was it your favorite game?
Just because it's from all the Disney movies that I grew up watching, and it's all dark and it's cool. It's a good mix of fun and violence.
Oh. What is your favorite type of genre?
The RPG games, the role-playing games.
Why?
Because you actually get to be the character instead of just point and shoot. That stuff kind of bothers me. My husband plays that Call of Duty, and it's just all, shots and guns. But I actually like something that you have to put some thought into, and role-playing games gives you that.
What do you look for when you decide to play a new game?
To be honest, what's on sale, whether it be at Best Buy, like buy one, get one, or, buy this game, get a $20 gift card so you can put it towards another game. Something that's on sale, something fun to play, something that's going to keep me occupied for the amount of money that I'm about to spend.
Why do you play video games?
I play video games because it's something to do that I don't have to leave my house with. I don't have to get dressed up to go and play a video game. Just kind of keeps you occupied.
How do you feel when you complete a game or a hard task within a game?
I feel good, but the way that I go about it is kind of bad because if I get stuck on a part, I get very angry. So I pretty much just YouTube it to see somebody else who beat it to figure out how I'm supposed to beat it, or even go online and look at the walkthroughs because that's a lot easier too. It takes a lot of the stress away from it. So I feel good when I beat it, but I kind of feel bad because I cheated. But it's okay.
Is it important for you to have better scores than your friends?
Yes. All depends, especially if you're playing the same game as somebody else. I mean, then you have bragging rights about it. But they don't know that I cheated, so it's okay too.
Now, how often do you put off other engagements in order to play video games?
I don't. I really can't. Being a student as well, it's kind of hard with doing classes and then running a household, cooking dinner, cleaning the house, and running the errands. So I really don't get much time to play video games in the first place, so I can't put other things off to play video games.
What kind of story does your favorite video game tell?
Kind of said it earlier, but in Kingdom Hearts you're the main character. It's kind of like an anime character actually, and it's the Heartless, and he goes around in all the different worlds of the movies that we used to watch when we were kids growing up, like Lion King and I think it was like Little Mermaid. It was all those, and you go through and you got to kill all the little Heartless to make everything happy again.
What kind of narratives dominate the industry?
Definitely, I would have to agree with what my husband said. The war games, definitely, especially in the area that I'm in now, with all the guys. Guys love the war games, being Call of Duty and all that fun stuff. And I worked at Best Buy for a long time too, so I was there for the whole Halo coming out, and it was huge. And same thing with Black Ops, and it's just been ridiculous with all the war games. Everybody wants to shoot people.
What would you like to see in future games that you don't see right now?
When it comes to future games, the only thing that I can think about with future games is kind of like the Wii in a way, but kind of like, like from back in the day they had these helmets on and all that. I mean, I think that would be cool if it could actually like come to life, maybe like 3D images, not necessarily a 3D TV, but kind of like an Iron Man, like we were talking about, those 3D images, like actually, I mean, if you're going to play a fighting game, I don't know, something like that, that'd be kind of cool.
What would you like to see in future games that you don't see anymore?
You don't see anymore. The simplicity of it all. It's kind of like what you were saying earlier, is I'm a girl and I like easier things. I don't like especially in fighting games. Everybody knows, especially when girls play fighting games, all we do is, just keep pressing random buttons. We don't know all the stupid moves. We don't know that you have to press this and this and this. I mean, especially back in the day, too, like Aladdin and all that fun stuff on just Super Nintendo. You had the cheats. I would love to get the cheat codes back because they don't make them that much anymore. There's a lot of glitches in the games where you can kind of get around, but you don't have the cheats anymore, like A, B, A, B, X or something, whatever, and you can get stuff for that, and that was something I would like to see come back.
Do you think the industry is dominated by males?
Yes, but I think that's just because they're targeting the males instead of the females. I think if they had more girl-friendly games instead of just like war or kid games, because that's really all there is. There's the baby games for the Wii and stuff, and that's, a family-oriented thing, or there's the war games. There's really nothing in between. There's very few, but I think girls would be more into it, especially, like with me and my husband, how we play the games together. If they made more games like that, I think a lot more females would be into it, but instead I come home and my husband's just playing, Call of Duty, and I just don't have any interest in that. But I did have an interest in it when he was gone. He went to Afghanistan, and I kind of got into it. I wanted to see what the hype was all about, but I think boys take video games to a whole nother level, and because there's not very many girls, are all perverts, because when I was on there, I'd be, playing my game, and next thing you know, because my name was Fun Size Girl, they're like, hey, Fun Size Girl, how old are you? And they're all saying stupid stuff, and it just turned me off from video games. Well, from those type of video games, so stupid.
Do you play video games as a way to avoid responsibilities?
No. To avoid responsibilities, I wouldn't say so. I have played them to kind of get my husband to do the dishes, because like he'll be playing them, and I'll be like, well, what about me? Can I have a turn? And then he'll go and put the dishes in the dishwasher. So I mean, if you count that as to avoid responsibilities, that would work. But I have to make sure I get everything else done before I can play a video game. I'll make sure the homework gets done and stuff before.
How many hours a week do you play?
By myself, not very much, unless if you would count like computer games. Just because, when you're on the computer searching around for stuff and then something pops up in the corner, or maybe you'll play solitaire or something. So if you count that as playing games, I would probably maybe anywhere between 5 to 10 hours, especially on the weekends. If me and my husband aren't doing very much, just kind of pull out Little Big Planet and we'll play that together, and that'll take forever because it's a very frustrating game, but it's fun.